Well, hello again. The state capture inquiry has heard of more irregular payments by Transnet. MNS attorneys Thobani, Mnyandu and Dr. Jonathan Bloem of Multi-Purpose Business Solutions testified about fruitless and wasteful expenditure at the state-owned enterprise. Mnyandu concluded his testimony on the Transnet Durban Relocation project that cost Transnet over 1.2 billion rand. Well, he recommended that Transnet pursue criminal charges against those involved in approving the payments.
Thobani Mnyandu of MNS attorneys told the Zondo Commission that Transnet ignored pertinent issues raised by accounting firm PwC. He said the accounting firm had advised Transnet executives to ask the original equipment manufacturers to justify their relocation costs. Mnyandu testified that payments were improperly approved as they were not in accordance with Transnet's standard processes. As a result, internal auditors refused signing off on the relocation deal as they could not confirm the adherence to required processes.
There was no relocation of either OEM, that the variation orders were inflated intentionally by the OEMs and inadequately evaluated by Transnet prior to the conclusion and approval of the amendment of the contracts, that there is no justification for either the direct or the indirect costs presented by BT and CNR, that it was improper for Transnet to have agreed to lump sums for the relocation.
Dr. Jonathan Bloem testified that the 166 million rand success fee paid to Gupta Linked Regiment's capital was irregular. He said Transnet did not allow the payment of success fees. Bloem said a success fee was not included in the transaction advisory agreement, which later increased by over 700%. The agreement was originally valued at 35.2 million rand and increased to over 260 million rand. This after Transnet Group Treasurer Patolo Ramasibudi submitted a memorandum motivating for a contract extension.
To also motivate the contract extension of 265.5 million, the number that we've just spoken about, for the appointment of Regiment's capital for an advisory or transaction advisory services and to support the Transnet 1064 locomotive transaction. It sought to justify the extension of the contract by proposing a success fee of 166 million. And we've heard previously, Chair, that success fees and performance fees were not permitted. So this seems to be a bit irregular.
The Commission will continue to hear evidence relating to irregularities at Transnet. Balintla Mthethwa, SABC News, Johannesburg.